You know, Alanis, some days we record things and everything goes smoothly. And then the next day, we record things and they don't record.
Yeah. How good is it?
Do this episode like we've never done it before. Welcome to Pop Vultures. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Pop Vultures. I am your host, Tom Ye West, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Alanis Maximus. And this is an episode we've never done before. We're here to talk about Scream. All about Scream. It's called Scream Watch. And we're going to be talking about Scream 6 today. Are you excited, Alanis?
I am. I have definitely not seen this Red Band trailer before.
It sucks, man. It sucks that we have to do this. Like yesterday, our conversation was good. We had some good points. We had a good discussion. And today, we have to try and replicate that discussion, but make it not so we're bored and make it so that it's still entertaining for the audience and we're not like, hello, the entire time. You know what I mean? So
yep.
Let's try and tackle this in a different way today, I guess, Let's maybe have the same discussion, but now that you've had time to reflect on that discussion, let's dive a little deeper. What do you think?
This sounds good to me.
Cool, man. So let's start off with the fact that we didn't get to see the Red Band trailer of this movie. And we did yesterday and many times before this now and whatever. But we're going to watch it again for y'all and see what's different about this to the Green Man trailer, because I'm still scratching my head on that one, even though I've seen it a couple of times since. And we're going to talk about some things that we might have missed in the trailer when we first watched it on this podcast. We're also going to talk about why we think our first predictions may be wrong and why we don't think some other predictions from other people out there are correct as well. So let's go on with the Red Band trailer from Scream 6. Ooh, Alanis. Ooh. Let's do this.
Please help me.
There's a fucking line here, girl. You got a problem here, guy?
I had this secret. There's a darkness inside of me. It followed me here. And it's gonna keep coming for us. We share a certain history. This isn't like any other Ghostface.
What is this place?
A shrine. We've got to lure him in. We execute him.
Hello?
Let's play a game.
You know you're like the 10th guy to try this, right? It never works out for the dipshit in the mask.
Maybe. But there's never been one like me, Gale. I'm something different.
That's why I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking head.
You want me. So let's finish this. Guys?
Dios mío. So that is the Red Band trailer for Scream 6. Now, oh shit, I'm an idiot because I just closed the window. We still need it. So hold on a second. Alliance, first of all, because maybe people tune in that haven't tuned into our original video. What are your thoughts on this trailer? What are your thoughts on Scream 6 as a whole?
I am excited that they're changing up a bit. I'm kind of excited about the New York vibe. I wonder if they just sit on a boat for most of the movie.
Well, no, that's Jason Manhattan, yeah.
Yep.
I've still never seen that. I've never seen it. I've never seen my history with the Jason movies is like so fucking thin, bro. Like, I think I've seen the remake, and like that's legit it. I might have seen like one or two when I was like younger, when I was watching like the Halloween movies and shit with my friends, but like not that I remember. So I don't know, man. I do remember seeing Halloween. Like I saw Halloween H2O first, and then I started seeing everything else because Halloween H2O was this movie that came out when I was in primary school. So I was like, oh, I want to see more of this Michael Myers guy. He seems like a really good dude. So I don't know, man. Yeah, keep going. What are your thoughts on this?
It is good. Now, how do I word it and sound like I haven't seen it? No, fuck it. This trailer has changed my opinion on who we were, and with both of us, on who we were saying was the killer. But I'll let you touch on that more because you're the one that let me know, and I don't want to steal your thunder.
Man, I talk so much on this fucking podcast, so you talk as much as you want, bro. Because, man, sometimes I fucking talk a whole episode, and you're like, and I'd watch it back, and I'm like, shut up, Tom, you fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Go for gold, man.
Yeah, I don't think it's I can't remember her name. The lead from the last movie. I don't think it's her this time around, like we were saying it was going to be.
And we also should, in parentheses, put a little thing in here that we fucked up last podcast and we fucked up their names. There's Sam and there's Tara. And we were saying that it was going to be Tara, which is Jenna Ortega's character, but we thought it was going to be Sam. So,
yes.
Clarification. Now you can keep going a lot. Yeah.
And if you're upset with us fucking that up, direct your mail to Jesus, care of the Pentagon.
Jesus doesn't live at the Pentagon.
Precisely.
Makes sense to me.
I'm in agreement with you and what you've kind of let me know. And with Kirby being a cop and the access on what we're going to look at in a minute, I'm leaning her direction as being one of the Ghostfaces more so than maybe anyone else at this point. I'm
also not sure about that one either myself. I'm really fucked up on this one now because look, in the first one, like the last year's one, not the first one, but the first one in this new sort of series of Scream movies, with the trailer, I was like, it was kind of really over the top trying to push you away from the person. So it was like the first thing you saw, even in the movie and in the trailer, was her texting it with Amber. And then the misdirection happens straight away with you should pick up your landline. How did you know my landline was ringing, Amber? Hello, Amber. This isn't Amber. Who's the killer? I don't know, maybe it's Amber. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't pick a Richie character. Now that's different. Like they didn't hint to anything like that at all, really. Like they just managed to work that out really well. I don't know what happened there, but I still haven't seen it much. Have you seen it again? I don't think I've seen it again.
I've not revisited, but I'm actually considering it.
Oh, we have to. We're going to have to before Scream 6. So yeah, I'm not even sure it's Kirby, man. To be honest, like the Stu Marker theory isn't working out for me either, and that all comes down to the fact of that there's too much that they'd have to break down backstory wise as to how this happened. Like, how did he go to jail with no one knowing, or if they did know, how did no one mention that one of the killers was still alive from the first movie? Like, And what, he just broke out and like there's a few other things. We're going to bring up the trailer again. Yep. And we're going to talk about a few things that I found in this trailer.
There is one thought that, while we're bringing it up, has it ever been confirmed if Stu had siblings or not?
Yeah, I think so, because wasn't it that was at Stu's house, the party in the last movie? And I know that was his niece or whatever, but wasn't I'm sure he had brothers and sisters or something, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a look into that. Because it could be a relative of Stu's. What do you think of that?
That's exactly what I'm thinking with the whole make up for past mistakes kind of thing.
Did Stu Marker have a sister? Leslie Marker is the older sister of Stu Marker.
There we go. I think that's also a plausible theory. It's one of the killers. So I mean, I think if you had any relative of Billy, it's played. You've had his mom, you've had his kid.
What about? We're not even looking in the other direction, Billy. We're just not looking in that direction either, but man, and it has. Look, in my opinion, if they're going to be doing the old-timey school Ghostface thing, like where it's all like the mask is all like crumbly and gross and like looks old and decrepit, like it has to be someone from the first movie. You're not going to do the old decrepit mask for the second movie. You know what I mean? Like it points too much into the past, like the past, you know, like the original, you know, like you can't do that mask and then be like, yeah, it's the one from Scream 4. You know what I mean? Like that makes no sense logically. So I'm trying to think of this as like you got to look at every character in these movies and you've got to look at what their role is in this movie. Yeah. So who is the best friend? Who is the boyfriend? Who is the red herring? Who is the whatever? You know what I mean? And you've got to try and pick apart those things. So no, it's not Gale. It's not going to be Gale. There's no question. There's no doubt in my mind it's not fucking Gale Weathers.
Mm-hmm.
2, I don't think it's going to be someone directly from the first movie being a killer. Like, it's not going to be Billy, and it's not going to be Stu themselves. I don't think it's going to be Kirby because it just seems too out of place. But that's not our. It could be. It could be. I'm not saying that it can't be. Now they showed Sam and Tara. Now I don't think it's going to be either of those because I think they're showing Sam in this as to be the sort of red herring. What is your opinion on that?
I agree with you. Yes.
So it's either got to be someone new that we've never seen before in the series, which means it's got to be someone that, like, is either they can still be new but tied to the older cut, like the past. So it's someone we've never seen before, or it's someone in this trailer. And that's the thing about this, man, is that like there's people in this trailer that are new and that probably aren't connected to anybody, but they could still be the Ghostface. So that's what I mean by it could be someone new or new. You know what I mean? Like there's two versions of new. All right, so let's go into this screenshot here. We've got over here Stu Marker's girlfriend in the first movie, her green and red little dress.
What was her name? Tatum?
Yeah, that she gets caught in the garage door wearing that. We've got over here Billy Loomis's shirt. We've got Stu Marker's robe. We've got Billy Loomis's mum's thing here. Oh, and I worked out what this was. This is the Jill's checkered plaid shirt from Scream 4.
Ah.
Yeah.
The top
Then we got a picture of Kirby here, drawn by somebody with Ghostface there. And then behind this cabinet, we have the thing that Sydney's boyfriend was hanging off in the second movie on the stage. And then we've got like a gun in here, which, you know, that could be the gun that Debbie Salt, that's her name, Debbie Salt, used. We've got some stab stuff here, like a stab movie thing, like a clapper. We've got a mask over here. We've got another, looks like a knife here. And on the stage we've got all the robes. So there's 6. Well, there's more. Obviously, there's 9 robes, yeah, because there's been 9 killers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It looks like, I'm not sure if there's 8 or. Looks like there's 8 there. Which
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, let's say there's 9. There's one kind of right on the right on the edge.
So 9. So there's been 9 killers. So we've got 9 robes there. Now we didn't notice this when we went first through that all these things here were like actually the victims, clothing. So that brings us to another topic that's going around at the moment, which is people believe that this isn't actually a personal collection of Ghostface, the new Ghostface that they've worked on, like getting. This is a public event for people to come see the Scream, like the Ghostface, the stab, the true stab victim, like the true stab, like parts, And I don't think that's plausible. And
I don't either. And also, if you look at that wall,
you explain why.
If first of all, if you look at that wall above the robes, that looks dilapidated, that looks old, that looks unmaintained. If they were doing something like this, you wouldn't see that.
Exactly, and all the plastic on the side of the building as well, like here, you know what I mean? Like all this plastic running down. I mean, on the floor, if you have a look even, like there's one like little like kind of crappy like cut out red bit of carpet, and then all this, and then the built up little stairs. Like, wouldn't you have like more than a little wonky set of stairs for people to look at these fucking robes? Like, wouldn't they be walking up like something a little bit more safe and sturdy than these fucking couple of stairs if it was a public event?
And
you know what
wouldn't
I
it
mean?
be better lit? Like this doesn't look like something you pay to go in to see.
No, and even if this is when it was closed, like to the public at that time, like it still doesn't look like a place that you would put it. Like, I guess you would put it in a place that is kind of like creepy and dilapidated for the feel of the museum, but wouldn't you still, it would still obviously have to look better than this, surely. To me, this looks like an abandoned theater in New York City that's been boarded up from the front or whatever, that people just think has been unoccupied for many years. And I'm hoping anyway that it is the Ghostface's personal collection that they've worked up, and they're living homeless in there, and they have a revenge plot against getting all these people because they're fucking whatever, like in the past, they've. But that's what brings us to another thing, is the tweet that Paramount Pictures put out the other day on another country's Paramount Twitter. I'm not sure what country. I can't find the tweet. I wish I could. And I can't tell you the quote verbatim because I heard about it, can't find anything on it anymore. But they posted it. It's something like Venezuela or Spain or even Italy. Like, dude, they're miles apart. So it's nothing like that. But I can't think of the country. But they posted something like, get ready to see an all-new superpowered Ghostface who's out, an all-new superpowered Ghostface that you've never seen before that is out to get revenge for past mistakes. Now, that is another hint that this has to be something connected to the older movies. This has to be at least the first. But then again, when you look at everything that's been collected in this fucking museum, like, it could be connected to everybody in the past movies. But, because we're clearly not just going to have the one Ghostface. That's just not going to happen. Like, they've got to do something different with the reveal this time. Do you agree?
I agree. I reckon there might even be, like, I've kind of entertained the thought that maybe this one is going to be more than 2.
That's what I'm hoping for, man. But I'm wondering how far they take it. Do we get a cult of Ghostfaces? And if they do that, how good's that going to be? Because I almost feel like that takes the mystique away from the whole serial killer element from it. When it's like, instead of it being a serial killing element, it's more of like a, what would you say? Like a, not a riot, but you know what I mean? Like, it's a cult, like, that's killing people, and it's like, it takes it away from being the lone sort of stabber or the lone stabbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It
I don't know.
gives it a bit of a Charles Manson vibe, which
And that's what I don't really know if I want from Scream. But what are your thoughts on that?
I'm in two minds about it. I think it could work, but I also think it might not. It depends how they do that, I think.
I mean, they're hinting at they're hinting at many ghost faces with the 9 robes on the stage. They're hinting at how many ghost faces on the train. We
Mhm.
get a couple of shots in the trailer of them that look like they're surrounded by ghost faces. I don't know how many there's going to be, but it has to be different this time. And what do you think about this, Alanis? That maybe we get one of the killers revealed, and maybe or two or something, and we don't get one of them revealed, and they actually like win this time, and it carries over on a cliffhanger to the next movie. Because if they're doing a new trilogy, like they say they are, kind of thing with this series, first movie, great jumping off point. Second movie, leave them on a cliffhanger. Third movie, come to the conclusion. You know what I mean? What are your thoughts on that?
I really like that idea. That if one of the killers actually gets away, and I mean that's where I think if they did the whole Charles Manson kind of thing, if there's a big brain behind it all, you don't know who that is until the movie's pretty much done, and then you see this dude, and he hasn't actually been actively killing anyone, but at the end you see who it is, and maybe some kind of hint to it. Maybe you've met them in the movie, but yeah, it's kind of like they're still there, and the only people that have been stopped have been his little murder junkie kind of things.
Exactly. And like, look, we've seen them change up the beginning of the movie with the whole not having a kill at the start of the last Scream movie. I don't think they can do that again. I think this time we do need a kill again. I'm just looking at this from as an audience member, and something that what we should be seeing, and thinking about what the filmmakers would most likely want to do. You know what I mean? Or will do. And I don't think they're going to do the whole no kill thing again, because they've done that just last movie, and it was something fresh. But I think this time we're hearing it's a more brutal ghost face. It's a more calculated ghost face, or ghost faces. This time, I think we need a brutal opening. And then I think we need an equally different ending to what we got like last time with the different opening. You know what I mean? Something different. And while I was a bit upset that we didn't get an opening kill last time, it was something different. So we can't argue about that, because we've always been saying, give us something different. We don't want the whole same Sidney Prescott story. So look, congratulations, you did something different. Let's move on. And that's how they'll do. They'll do that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It would be even cooler if maybe all the ghost faces got away this time. Like maybe there is no reveal this time. Like it doesn't always have to be about the reveal, even though these movies are a whodunit, and you sort of got to, like, that is the point. You want to know who it is. But wouldn't it be cooler if you left people on that hanger and they had to come back to find out who that was next movie? Like legit have people like going, no, I want to know now. You know what I mean? Like, which would just draw heaps of people to the audience and the cinemas next time. And then think about how many people would see that movie in between when it stopped showing at the cinemas till when you brought them one on, like on home release, streaming and all that. And the more people that would come see this, rather than if you just end it again with no cliffhanger and everyone's like, can't wait for Scream 7. You know what I mean? I don't know. That makes sense to me from a marketing point, and also from a business point, where the whole point of this is a whodunit, and you want to see who did it. And why not stretch out over 2 movies if you can, with a giant cliffhanger in the middle, making people go, "What the fuck?" and making it a huge deal for the final Scream movie or whatever it's going to be in the franchise. Because we were told all this time with Halloween kills, Halloween ends, and we were amped, bro. Everyone was amped. This movie went day 1 to streaming services, and it still did awesome at the box office till word got around. Like, you do not want to go see this fucking movie. But it still did. Like, it projected what, like $76 million or something, and it made like 60? What? It still fucking did good. You know what I mean? It did not make the 88 million that Halloween Kills made, and it did not make the 120 million that Halloween made. but it still made its money. You know what I mean? So, and that was just because of the build-up. And I don't think Halloween is as big a deal as Scream is. What do you think?
I definitely don't think it is. I think Halloween, like to people at our age group, maybe, but to people that a little bit younger in the generation,
I
definitely
don't
not.
even think it's our age, man. I think Halloween is a generation, maybe a little bit behind us, man. Because think about how long Halloween came. Halloween came out in 1978, man. Like that was the height of Halloween. Like, and then they brought out Halloween 2, and everyone was like, eh. And then Halloween 3 was like not Halloween, and then Halloween 4 did even worse, and then Halloween 5 was even worse. And I think that's what has something. It has something to do with how many releases Halloween has seen as a whole. Everyone just isn't as excited about another Halloween movie as they are with a Scream movie because they've been very
Staggered.
and very, very drawn out, very little of them. Like we're only getting the 6th one now. There has been 13 Halloween movies. Over double. You know what I mean? So, and probably in that time frame too. So like think about it, 1996 to now. So 1978. Okay, so maybe not. Oh. Yeah, no. Yep. So there would have been like what? 7 Halloween movies already in that time period as well. But the thing is that they were all subpar. Half of them nearly went to home video. Half of them, one of them wasn't even a Halloween sequel. It was completely different. You know what I mean? So, like Scream has a lot more, I feel like, cachet in it. You know what I mean? Like it feels a lot more supreme. And it's not that I'm not a Halloween fan. You know me, man. I'm a giant fucking Halloween fan. And that broke my heart last year. I just don't want my heart broken this year. So, anyway, is there anything else we're forgetting from yesterday's talk?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Anything I think we've added a little bit more here.
Oh, by the way, did you see there was like an article on the internet yesterday that was like Ant-Man is officially being classified PG-13 for violence and that. And everyone's like on the comments, isn't that what every Marvel movie's rated?
Yep.
How is that
That's not news.
What a waste of a fucking article, bro. You know what I mean? Like, what a joke.
In other news, humans breathe oxygen.
In other news, I took a giant shit today. So, and fucking just something else. Yeah, what about Spider-Man filming, man? You did not expect that, did you?
The which show?
Spider-Man filming.
Yes, I didn't think it would be that soon.
Well, you didn't even know it was coming.
Yeah.
I told you. You were like, I was like, Spider-Man 4, and you were like, what? I was like, yeah. This was like a few weeks back, and you were like, what? And I was like, yeah, they're making Spider-Man 4. And you're like, no, they're not. I was like, no, they are. I was like, I saw a thing on it. And you're like, well, they wrapped up the series pretty good. I didn't think they were going to continue this sort of storyline with Tom Holland. Like, and I was like, no, I think they are. Now that it's coming out, man. So, but then I watched it, man, and you said it wrapped it up kind of nicely, and they kind of left it really open to make another one, I feel.
Yeah, I didn't think so soon. Yeah, it's interesting.
What are your predictions for that movie quickly?
Hopefully not Miles Morales. I don't think I want to see that. I think if they're doing another one, I think they need to have at least a movie focused on Spider-Man where he's actually that Spider-Man, the classic Spider-Man. It feels like it's been one big origin. There still needs a bit more central on Peter Parker for at least an episode, at least a movie or two, I should say.
Yeah, I disagree with you, yeah. I feel like the whole Miles Morales thing. So I get where you're coming from, and you know what? That's the first time that I've thought about that, what you just said, and it's made sense to me as to why not to do it. That this has felt like all the 3 movies have felt like one giant story rather than building up the character on its own by 3 different events. It feels like almost sort of one event tied together, I guess. But also, I almost feel like they can't not do that because while that has been an origin story for the last 3 movies, it has been 3 movies, and it's been many years. And people want to see something new. They don't want to go just see Spider-Man do. I get Spider-Man has been doing different things all around the world and stuff, but they don't want to just go see Tom Holland do the same thing in the last 3 movies. But I don't think you can get better than the last movie with that bit where he's getting chased by Doctor Strange through the city. Like, you just can't do any better than that because it's so fucking amazing. So I don't think you can do anything that cool unless you bring in 2 Spider-Men, and then imagine the fucking like choreographed fighting that they can do together and all the cool fucking shit you could do. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
true, but then when you think, you could also, like, because what I've read is it goes into street level kind of stuff. There's other things you can bring in, like Daredevil, Punisher, a bunch of other street level villains against the Kingpin. Is one thing to consider, but I mean, I think bring in Miles Morales, but I don't think he should be the focal point of the next movie. Maybe be there, but yeah.
maybe we bring Miles Morales and Peter Parker into Ghostface as well, man.
Yeah. Maybe Miles Morales is Ghostface.
Hey, it's possible. We've seen multi-dimensions. We've seen everything, man.
Yeah. Or maybe the killer will be Corey.
That'd be weird as fuck. Imagine they did like a Spider-Man movie where it was like multiverses, like, and they did kind of what like Space Jam did, where they brought all the Pennywise and all these people into the crowd to watch the ending of like the last basketball match. So like, imagine they did that, and then like Ghostface was just like getting his ass kicked by Spider-Man.
Yeah. Or Batman. Although that's why there's people doing it, like trying to push for Halloween Batman crossover. It's like, this guy punches on with Superman.
I'm Batman. Play a game? No, I'm not gonna play any games. Fucking argument back and forth. Listen here, you scary ghost man.
I'm Batman. You might be scary, but I'm Batman.
Listen, I'm Batman.
Where are you?
You know where I am? Are you in my cave? Get out of my cave! Oh man. Getting stabbed. Batman getting stabbed, just like, hey, you stop it there, Ghostface man. Scary ghost man. And he just goes, and he's just lying on the ground.
Alfred.
Alfred. Yes. What is happening, Master Wayne? I need a lift off. What is going on, Master Wayne? Would you send my aircraft? What is going on, Mr. Wayne? I can't hear him properly. Oh, Mr. Wayne. I don't know why he just suddenly turned Korean, but he did. Oh, fuck, man. We are so stupid. As I said yesterday, we're going to keep doing what we want to do. And I'm going to keep being me. Because if I'm going to get cancelled, I'm going to cancel myself. No one else is going to cancel me. I'm going to be myself from the start. You all are going to know exactly who Tom J is. And you get him. And look, I know the world didn't want this. I know the world did not want Tom J. But here I am. So you're getting Tom J. Alfred. Alfred. Yes, Mr. Wayne. Yes, sir. What's wrong? What's wrong, Alfred? Oh, now Alfred's dying. Being stabbed. Ghostface, fucking, there's 2 of them, remember?
Yeah, yes.
Batman thought he took care of Ghostface. He was like, all done. I'm not well. Alfred, send my bat blade. And yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can do that. Alfred, what is going on? Oh, it's the scary Ghostface man. Alfred, I'm on my way. Alfred, Rachel. Kill me now, man. Whoa! All right, guys. Thank you for watching Pop Vultures. I have been your host, Tommy A. West, and joining me as always has been my co-host, Alanus Maximus. You know those deaths?
Yes.
On horror movies where they're like, you're just like, fucking hell, this acting, man. I'd love to be in a horror movie. I could act so good. Like, in the head, I'm just like, see what I mean? That's better than half the actors out there, man.
Yeah.
That was an improv to the head. Come at me, Oscars. Thanks, guys. Peace.
Peace.